I'm building my dad's dream car. He's got this 1970 Chevelle that he bought nearly 15 years ago. But he doesn't really ever drive it because while it seems really nice on the surface, it is peppered with issues. And it kills me to see my dad have his dream car and not enjoy it. So on the next couple episodes, we're going to completely transform this car. Each episode, we're gonna finish a task. And today's task, make this thing a good driver.
Yeah.
If you missed the last episode, I teamed up with Pennzoil to make my dad's dream a reality. The car he's wanted my entire life is in his possession, but its condition makes it something that he rarely drives. Since Pennzoil's Long May We Drive campaign celebrates our cars and the unique and exciting lives they allow us to live, we wanted to get my dad's car set up so he can enjoy as many miles as he can. I've been running Pennzoil in all of my cars, and I drive them a lot and hard. Pennzoil's Ultra Platinum is protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. It's the perfect product for this series because the goal is to get my dad out there and driving as much as he possibly can. We've got a lot of work to do today, and we're lucky enough that Ironworks Speed and Custom invited us out to do the work at their shop. If you watched the last episode and you saw their insane Chevelles that they build, I think we're in the right hands. But also, just to be safe, I dragged my brother and my dad out here from New York because we've got a whole ton of parts to put on. I'm feeling like Chip Foose overhauling my dad's car. Number one thing me and my brother have always made fun of for my dad, this car has the wackest boomer ride height ever. So we need to fix that. We're not just gonna lower the car. We tried that once before, like a decade ago, and screwed up. Yeah. So we're not gonna just do some lowering springs because we wanna make this car a good driver. We figured we were gonna go all out and do a full suite of QA1 suspension package on it. So this is their handling kit, and we've got everything from two-way adjustable coilovers, upper and lower tubular control arms, traction arms, trailing arms, sway bars, and then we're even gonna change out the steering box to a Detroit Speed quicker ratio box, which should make that thing steer less like a sailboat. We're also gonna convert it to four-wheel disc and finally put some bigger wheels and tires on it. These are from Classic Industries, and they're actually like an OEM style reproduction of the original wheel, just 1 inch bigger. Well, we're gonna get it up, and then we're gonna talk to Roger, the owner here, and see what he thinks. Pop, what do you think?
I'm ready to do it.
You're ready to do it?
Yeah.
You're gonna wrench?
I take the tire off. All right.
You heard it here, folks. Me and Paul going out to lunch. Pop's gonna wrench.
Yeah, there we go. I got it done, don't worry.
The Chevelle is a super special project for me, so I wanted to commemorate it with some products. So we got the vintage collection on driverserror.com. We got a trucker, we got a white tee, because this was the days when men wore white t-shirts. They weren't afraid of getting stains in the shame zone. It was cars that literally had nothing you didn't need. It was all focused on driver engagement and having fun. So for that, we got a ton of new product on driverserror.com. Make sure to go check it out, support the boys, and then we're gonna get this thing done. This is what we're gonna do. Okay. What do you think about this ride height?
No way.
Look at this.
No way.
This is gonna be V3.
Oh, yeah.
V3, unibody, LT4, 6-speed.
Yeah, bringing it back to 2009. You got stage 2 build.
All right, if you guys met Roger, the owner from last episode, I figure who better to take a look under this ancient relic than you. So let's see what we got under here.
It's got the yellow shocks.
So those are good.
Those are Monroe's from back in the day. It's got a big block. It's a great car. I love the color. To me, it's a great parts car. We're gonna get started.
Yo, that's the most subtle diss ever.
I mean, it's got an autometer tack in the inside. The 5-inch with the shift. I believe it had a shift light.
Oh, they've been torturing me about that for so
No, that's got to stay.
Yo, these control arms are literally like fence
They're just
posts.
tacked in.
Well, they already got started on this puppy. Look at that. Dude, that thing was not even tight.
It's got custom mounts on here too that raise up the center. So somebody's raced this thing at some point to change the rear suspension.
Look at this spacer. It's just a square.
Well, that's the big washer that goes through to this mount they made that raises the original mount up to change the instant center. So these mounts used to bolt here, and these mounts used to bolt here.
Oh, interesting.
So they made riser brackets out of other fence post pieces.
What the heck? Other than that, it looks okay.
It looks great for a New York car. I mean, I would expect a lot more holes in it. Looks like it's served your dad with a lot of fun over the years.
While we're under here, we figured we'd take a look at this frame rail because a lot of people, like Tony Angelo said, if you're gonna put more power at this car, you should probably box a frame rail. And I didn't even consider it, but looking at it now, kind of crazy.
Like my shop foreman said when we put it up on the lift, don't open the door. You can see the frames moved up here, the frames moved up here. It's probably the same on the other side where, you know, somebody's jacked it up or it's hit a curb, but it's just C-channel. Like this is one piece that's all made together, but as they join in these other parts, it's just spot welded together.
It's also not that thick.
Less than 10 gauge, so less than 120. As you start to, you know, make changes to the chassis and do those things, you're overdoing what was intended before. When you had a bias ply tire and you had a basic engine, and if you spin the tires, it doesn't matter. Because it's just gonna you're just doing a burnout machine. But as soon as you want it to hook up and work and do the things and operate like a modern car, that's where these things either take a ton of work to just go back to what the factory geometry was, or you just replace it with another chassis from a manufacturer.
All right, you got one of those unibodies we can swap in?
Question. Does that mean it doesn't take that much effort to have so much torque? You can twist the chassis. I just want to know. I want to know if Fast and Furious is right.
Yeah, I mean, because you can do it on the lift.
See, Toretto wasn't bullshitting you folks.
So much torque, the chassis twisted coming off the line. Barely kept up.
You know how like Scotto has moves based off of his hat position? Is that a New Yorker thing? Like that's just a worker position?
When you're determined to get something done, it's like, and then when you're kind of upset at it, it's like, and then when you're like really focused and pissed off and on the verge of having a temper tantrum. Oh shit, oh shit. No way, I didn't mean to. What happened? Turn that around. So these are two-way QA1 shocks. So it's got individual compression and rebound adjustment, and then most importantly, height adjustment. But these should tighten up the ride a ton, especially when paired with all new bushings, climb joints, every new steering component that we could change out.
Hey Pop, how you doing over here?
All right. Internet.
How many pins you got off so far?
True.
Alright, good luck, man.
And honestly, I'm pretty pumped, man. I got my dad and my brother out here working on cars. Some good shit.
I can't get the stupid thing out.
Hey Paul,
What's up, bud?
you miss working on cars?
Love working on cars.
Do you actually love working on cars?
When I don't have to finish them, especially.
Yeah, I know. Paul finally picked the GTI up from FCP Euro, and it has a bunch of small issues on it that he's dealing with now, and I'm like, you regret it?
Fine, it's a piece of cake.
I'm doing the clean work here. The one thing I noticed that they do supply, which is pretty cool, is these like thrust bearings. So how that works is basically you have your perches, and you actually run the bearing on the perch and then the washer. And what this will do is when you have to spin the perch to adjust the ride height, the spring could float on here rather than getting binded up. So it actually helps adjust the ride height way easier, which I think is really nice. You don't see that on a lot of kits. Just add some grease. Man, Pop.
You're too good to them. You know they use a bush as a workbench, right?
Why are you airing out my dirty laundry here like that, all right?
They're really low maintenance.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Hey, Pops, can you tell me the story about the bush with Paul and Vin?
Well, they would paint something on the bush. They just laid it on the bush and paint it without putting anything down. And then they tried to hide it and paint the bush green.
And now we're building your car.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
I'm making up for it.
how
Give me a
about-
break.
Oh, how about the times that, oh, Pop, look, I stripped this bolt. Oh, Pop, can you easy out this? Oh, Pop, can you heel and coil that? How many times did you snap stuff, huh? Strip things, and Pop had to come and rescue
Still doing
you.
it.
You broke a bolt or something.
Get anything out yet?
Yeah, I got everything out except for this one, right?
We're sitting here working nice and messy. Look at the dude behind you with the terry cloths all over the car.
This is like beautiful.
You don't know nothing about a bush workbench.
That's it. Look, if you've never used a bush to work on a car, I don't know if you've ever wrenched. Yep, we got trade bar.
That's some funky suspension back there, right?
Yeah.
What do you know about suspension? Pop, this is some shit that I would expect you to do.
Who's a Chevelle guy? You're a Chevelle guy?
Yeah. What's your name?
Marcus,
Marcus? And you have a 70?
72.
We got good help. So on the rear, it's got a factory GM 12-bolt rear end with a 373 posi in it, but that's just the center. The outside's still running the factory drum brakes, which pretty like dated technology. So one of the things we're gonna do is actually upgrade to a bare rear disc conversion. But what you have to do is pull the axles out so you can add some brackets behind it on the axle, and then we're gonna change the master cylinder up front so that it all balances out.
How's it feel to have your dream car refreshed in this way?
It's great. See, I like everything really kind of stock-like, kind of, but they talked me into this stuff, and I like it. It's cool.
This guy slacking off?
No, he's talking good
All
stuff
right,
about you.
Oh, wait. Jolly. Look,
Now
show your
it's a
hands.
script.
Show your hands. Show your hands.
I was just in the bathroom.
I don't care.
I was just in the bathroom.
Show your hands. Who's doing what, okay?
Most of the stuff that I've taken off on this thing has been not very tight. It's been fairly loose. So it may not come back, come park that bad.
Nice. Pre-shook and loose.
It has so much chop, it shook all the bolts.
That's what it is.
It's gonna have so much torque, it'll twist the chassis off the line.
So much torque. Chassis.
All it needs is 50 foot-pounds of torque.
Yo! Why you out here throwing so much shade?
I didn't know these bodies were that weak.
Listen here, folks. Here we go.
Pop's gotta let him know. You gotta know it's an SS. I heard a woo-wee. What was the woo-wee about?
Rusty brake lines. Rusty brake lines that have already been vice gripped off. We were a little worried about. Oh, but we were just did the vice grip trick again, and we were good to go.
Hey Pops, of all the great American classics to exist, why do you like the Chevelle so much?
I always liked this since I was a kid. I like the dual headlights in the front, rectangular tail lights in the back. And when I was a kid, I used to draw the front end of that, with the grills and everything like that.
Yeah.
I used to actually draw it.
Oh, Pop.
Come on. I think my brother's taking applications for a new supervisor here.
I'm foreman today. I'm enjoying this one. You owe me from the GTI.
When you guys were working on these cars back in the day, did you have ratchets or did those not exist yet?
Yeah, they had ratchets.
Yeah? I figured it was all like flathead screwdrivers and like wrenches,
Modern conveniences like you have.
such as.
Actually work,
Yeah. Oh, is that what stopped you for the last decade working on this?
I'm older, yeah.
All right, good. Favorite thing about old cars, I said this in the S15 episode, is that the more time it's gone on or the more mods, the more creative solutions the car has seen. They welded the friggin' bolt to the frame for the control arm. So now we can't get the control arm out, the header in the car. So now we gotta take the headers out of the car so we get the control arms out because they welded the bolts into the frame.
Oh yeah, this one's turning.
Did you see this?
Someone pointed out that it said no hop.
No hop. Genuine suspension. Dude, I feel like an archaeologist right now.
Here, we'll get you a brush too.
Genuine suspension.
Is it a part number?
Part number 0225. This is what it must have felt like to find the first T-Rex.
I mean, I can kind of see the arm. Pops, why don't you like Corvettes?
I don't like them.
He doesn't like to drive.
Why don't you like Corvettes though?
I just
My
don't like
dad said Corvettes, and I quote, are for dicks. Cut to any footage is that. I think that's the thing I posted back in the day. All right, it's just about lunchtime and we got the entire car pulled apart. Everything from the front end, all of the suspension components, the steering box, and then out back, everything off, all the arms off, except for the lowers that we're just keeping to locate the rear end. And then this afternoon, we're gonna try to jam and get all of this stuff at least loosely back into place, which is an aggressive goal. But at this point, I think we saw all the ghetto crap that they've done on it, like welding the control arm bolts and stuff in. That's out of the way, so it should be clear sailing.
Aren't you glad this is happening? We're undoing a lot of messed
I'll
up
be
work.
very glad when it is done.
You gonna drive it when it's done?
Like a bitch.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
I'm not pounding on it. Don't pound on it because you're gonna twist my.
No, he's building for you to pound on
Oh,
it.
he said like a bitch. Oh, I get it. Honestly, it's cool. Like, it's a lot of work, but it's fun to be wrenching on this stuff with my dad and my brother here. All the guys at Ironworks helping us out is like incredible because if it were just us, we would probably be like 3 bolts in our shop. Look at the difference in these things. The QA1 arms, tubular, new bushings, new ball joints, simplified area for locating the coilover. But man, literally these things weigh a fraction of the weight. They're so much nicer. This big old hunk of crap. Oh yeah. He walks over here and I'm like,
You know what?
I've never seen an arm sweat like that before. Is that arm sweat?
Dang, how'd that one part of your arm get so tired?
Workout too, huh?
I'm working here. You know, you guys are watching.
Hey yo, I'm working over here.
I'm working over here. Me and the guys in the back there by the rear end, but you guys ain't doing nothing.
Y'all did nothing.
So we're switching this car over from drum brakes over to disc brakes. As you can see, we got our rear cover off, we got our axles out and all that good stuff, because on a GM 12 bolt, there's these little C-clips, as you can see right here, and they go on the end of your axle. And so in order to get to your OG flanges, you got to pull your axles out and all that. So right now we just got done bolting up our new brackets for our disc brake conversion. We're getting ready to throw our axles back in. We got the new upper arms on, the new lower arms on, the new support that runs from the top on the inside of the upper arm and then over at the bottom of the lower arm. So we're gonna get the brake strapped up, get the axles back in, and then probably get the sway bar and everything mounted up and get this thing on the ground. Yeah.
Jeez.
Good.
What do we got?
Okay, so we got the new coilover set up in. We got our top brackets and our bottom brackets all set up. The bottom brackets were a little funky from the old suspension because there was a hole that had been blown through it. So we welded that up, metal finished it, put some black on it, and got the new brackets on there. We got the new brake calipers on. And then if you swing over to the bottom, we got the sway bar all set up. We got our parking brake cable in. Brake lines are all ran and modified to attach to the stock stuff. This thing's pretty much ready to rock and roll, dude. Get fluids in the diff. And
Dude, hell
keep
yeah.
going.
We might drag him down to Long Beach and have him help us rip the motor out of the car when we're ready because he needs it for his Chevelle. So
Yeah.
it might be like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, that'd be perfect, dude.
Yeah. it low. We're not doing.
I don't want to bottom out the oil pan, dickwad.
Come on, baby. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. All right. We might be on the money right out the box.
I like it. The front's good.
We might be in the money right away.
Is she settling now?
Yeah, that was good. It's amazing. There's two things you can do to any car to make them look better, and it's lowering it and good fitment wheels. Optically, we didn't change anything, but it's lower and the wheels fit better, and it looks a million times cooler. Oh, man!
Pop, what you think?
Yeah, no, it's.
Lowering was a good idea, or?
Oh, it looks real good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, you,
It might not be that bad.
Let's see. Just feel like, just mind you, it bolts up to stock locations.
Dude, come on.
That makes it.
Come on. How much are those things?
What about the credit card, Pop? Just get it.
Yeah, just buy it. Stop being a baby. That's so much cooler. Man, I like it.
I love it.
Do you think he doesn't love the way it looks, or do you think he's afraid of what it costs? Like, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know.
Hey, Pop, how you feeling?
I like it.
Yeah, it just needs an alignment.
Yeah, that's it. You heard the tires? You heard the tires squealing in there?
Hey, that's what freshies are.
Hey man, this is all that matters. This right here is all that matters. The tire is like up here. Yeah, it looks good. Roger, thank you so much. You guys, thank you so much for your hard work. We did it. Honestly, I'm shocked. Like 2 days, staying
2 long days.
Staying 3/8.
We started at 4:30.
Oh, thank you.
2 full days? 2 full days getting this thing done is actually incredible. I did not think we would get it all done in that amount of time, so I'm super stoked. But we're not gonna drive it home because we need to get an alignment, so we're gonna throw it on the trailer, head back to the shop. Since my dad's a big Chevy guy, we had to have a proper hauler. So I called in a favor to my friends at Chevy. We got an all-new Suburban RST. It's got a naturally aspirated gas V8, 6.2 liter with a 10-speed. But I also love that it has airbag rear suspension, so it can level out the ride height. But it also has Super Cruise, which literally drives itself even while towing a trailer, which came in really handy for multiple trips up to Bakersfield. So let's hit the road. All right, so we're back at the shop and we've got a couple things to do before we could actually get the car out on the road. First off, it needs an alignment real bad. So we're gonna do a little eyeball alignment on the front end, and in the back over here, we've got a little bit of a rubbing situation. All right, our first drive in the Chevelle. We've been waiting almost 2 decades to feel this thing not drive like a bayliner out on the sea.
2 decades, 20 years, buddy.
Yeah, it's been almost 20 years.
I only had it like 10.
15. We round up here.
We went over this one.
All right.
You ready to drive this thing?
I'm ready. You ready? You ready to go in a
Think
real
you could
car?
hit? This is the ultimate test with 3 big boys in the car. See if it does any rubbing.
Any bottom in it?
We didn't get a proper alignment. We did just kind of an eyeball toe alignment in the shop, but it should drive a lot better even with a wonky alignment.
100%, yeah.
Even from just being in the passenger seat, this thing feels
Seriously.
great.
It has response. You saw
Yeah.
that? That was good.
I mean, the old watch, you can go like this and still go straight, you know?
And the cool thing is we could actually adjust the ride quality. So right now we have it 5 clicks from open on both compression and rebound, and it feels pretty smooth.
A lot better than before, yeah.
Yeah, but if we don't like the way it rides, we could actually like take some time and just like dial in the damping and make it perfect.
Now that we cut the quarters too, there's tons of room. No need to worry about rubs.
It doesn't rub, which is nice. I mean, we haven't hit any big bumps yet, but like pretty good. Makes U-turns without rubbing, which is good.
Yeah.
And honestly, even going faster, the RPM on this stupid thing, the sustained RPM is actually quite a bit lower because we now have a tire that's nearly 3 inches taller. So it's cruising. I mean, we're doing 55 and it's only like 2,500 RPM. That's great. I do think we should add a couple more gears to it so you can really cruise on the freeway.
Yeah, I like that.
But I do think it is a bit better right now.
Oh, right there.
It was a super short trip with my brother and my dad here, but we got a lot done. And I said it before, good ride height, good wheels and tire fitment, makes or breaks a car. This thing looks incredibly better. And honestly, I can't say it's quite as good as the Ironworks Chevelle, but for much less and a way more like DIY budget, this thing drives insanely well. Literally night and day difference from how it came into the shop. So my dad is super pumped. He didn't get to drive it a bunch, but we cruised it around a little bit and then we took it down. We got an alignment because the eyeball alignment wasn't quite perfect. The Detroit Speed quick ratio steering box, it's a 12.7 to 1 if any of you guys care, changed this car entirely. This thing drives like a way more modern car. I really love it. So on the next episode, we have a huge change. We're swapping out the engine. I think a lot of you guys are gonna be pleasantly surprised, but no one's guessed it right yet. So we got a big surprise coming next episode, getting this thing on the dyno, testing the old engine, putting the new one in, getting it back out on the road. So stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Thanks to you guys for the support. But for now, we got muscle cars to cruise. Oh, I gotta give a big thank you to a fan out there. We just received the craziest gift ever. Yo, my man Daniel Zanderhoft, I probably ruined the last name. His wife hand crocheted this and sent it to us. This is crazy. This might make it into the home couch.